Hello everyone, welcome back to Techopolis. I've been slightly busy between episodes figuring out how to do a few of the bits that I had some questions on last episode. And I've upgraded a few bits for us. So I've got all of these now like kind of working. All of these should be full up now as well, which is really nice to see, And all of these are feeding into this chest. That's going into our system. These exporters are exporting out into these, and that way we can get an even amount in each without it like trying to just feed into the middle one, for example. I did up the amount of cobble that we're making right here, so I just added 2 more. And both of these have got the reinforced components. Another thing that I did, let me have a look round just because. I set up a wheat farm because we needed seeds because we were trying to make some grass. Another thing is, you might have noticed this over here. So I've now got feathers, chicken, and more importantly, blaze rods coming in right now, which is insane, and that is because of this bad boy over here. There we go. So, I don't know if I need to pen these in, but a few of these were breaking, and this one here just doesn't work whatsoever, so I don't know what I'm doing about this one. But this one over here, it's making us items plus this mob essence, which we're feeding into this mob duplicator right here. It's just about to make a new one for us. Thank you very much, and that's going into this over here, which is slowly going down. These are all being imported into the system. I did request a stack upgrade. Oh, and I have made it. Nice. So I can chuck that in there. And that should get rid of all of these into our system. Perfect. So all of these are now stuck at 1 or 0. The way that I did this was I realized that, well, you can see it. Oh, maybe you can't see it because, yeah, it's quite small. But I'm in a Tiger, is it a Tiger Hills? Tiger Hills right here. So the way I did that was I clicked the biome. So if you press J, you open up this other map. I think this is Journeyman's map. Awesome map, must admit. But yeah, you can click on biomes and you can see the biomes that there are. So this is a beach region, this is cold ocean. You can't see it, but it's down here is where it says it. It's probably a tiny little bit too small for you guys. But all I did was I built out to this point because I realised they're not going to spawn in the cold ocean over here. This is just going to be our grassy area where we can do grass stuff. Like, if we grab... I did make some bone meal out of the bones that we had. I can do this now, and we can get tons of... Oh, I didn't think of that. We can get tons of seeds out of this. But we can also get poppies and dandelions, which we need for red and yellow dye. You might be wondering how I'm... Well, actually, no, you're not, because you've seen the controller already. But the way that I'm powering this and moving items and stuff around is using XNet. Because we only had one side of this that we could like interact with, and XNet can do a bunch of stuff with one side, with one connector. So this connector here is, first off, it's providing power, so this has got power in it. Then it's extracting the items and sending it into this draw controller. Then it is extracting fluids and sending it into this mob duplicator. So the way that I set that up, by the way, is right here. So I've got the basic energy cube. The flux points don't really interact very well with XNet. So what I ended up doing is sticking a basic energy cube down because it was easier, in my opinion. You just stick one of those down. This is set to input from the top and output from all sides, just because I couldn't be asked to figure out where I set this down. I think I set it down on this side, so this is the front. and then this is the back, and so on and so on. But yeah, basically what happened was I stuck this on here. This is powering the controller. It's also getting power from the cube, just because these are importing from the power. So these are on insert, this is on extract power. And this is a power channel, because it's yellow. I think yellow, this one's items. I think this one's items, and then this one, the blue one, is liquids, fluids. So yeah, this one, power, extract from the power cube, and go into all of the machines that we've got. So we've got this machine and the 4 around here. I haven't done these 2 yet because, well, these were baby chickens at the time. I have been kind of walking around and grabbing all the eggs that I can find and then throwing them down like that. But yeah, these were baby chickens because I got lucky with a couple of eggs and chickens went in there. This one literally just grew up, but this was a baby as well. So I was pretty lucky because 4 of these chickens spawned. I didn't have to do any breeding or anything. And this was just a blank, you know, it didn't have any of these fences down or these bits of glass. I put these down because, as I said, they were like wandering over to here, and I think because they were in between these 2 blocks, this thing wasn't recognizing them, although I'm not exactly sure why this one's not working. But that is fine. Nah, unlucky there. But yeah, this is creating us a bunch of stuff, which is awesome. One of the other things that I did find out is there's this new machine called a stone miner, which I didn't know about. And the stone miner is not working right now because it's not daytime, it's nighttime. I did stick a hardened solar panel on here, which is hardened solar panel. Yeah, this one takes the elite Technium, so I made 2 elite Technium, upgraded one of the solar panels. So yeah, during the day this will... Ooh, okay. So that actually needs 100 and... Oof, that's a lot. I might stick a flux point on this instead of this solar panel. And I might set my solar panels up somewhere as well. Anyway, yeah, so it's a stone miner. That's what we were missing from last episode. The miner 1, they used to be the thing that you put down. And there wasn't like a different block. So that's why I was getting so confused. I could probably take half of these out and it would start working again. So that takes like a lot less. Okay, anyway, we'll stick all of them back in and we'll put a flux point on that later. What else did I do? Oh, I know. I upgraded my backpack. So this is now a diamond backpack. And I made an advanced feeder upgrade. So right down here, I've got some melon seeds and some carrot. Thank you, carrots. I could probably stick those in my bag as well. And what the feeder upgrade does, I'm not exactly sure what the difference is. Oh, here we go. More options for food gets fed to players. Ah, okay, yeah. So in here you've got this tab now. Only feed players when they're hungry enough. So we're going to leave that the way it was. So it's only going to feed players, well, me, when I'm hungry enough. So it'll only use the bread that I've got in here when I've got 3 or 2 haunches of food gone. And it will, yeah, 1 haunch of food, and it will eat one of the carrots. I think that's how it works. I was also trying to get some melons, and I realised, why am I doing it up here like this when I have some cloches set up? So I did put some melon seeds in here for a while. And I got quite a bit of melons, full-on melons, which is pretty good. What else did I do? Oh yeah, that was it. I figured out how we're going to get sulfur dust, this stuff. And that is, we're going to use the chemical injector with this hydrogen chloride, which is a bit of a process. We'll come over that in a bit. But we need gunpowder. But I didn't realise that there's a recipe. I think this is a normal mechanism recipe, if I'm honest, but there's a flint recipe for the crusher, which turns it into gunpowder. So we can use this gunpowder in the chemical injector with some hydrogen chloride. Is there an easy way of getting salt? We might be able to do it this way. It might be a little easier. I think that's probably the way we're going to do it, now that I look at it. I wanted to see if this is... Yeah, this is backing up now, so we're actually getting lots of cobble again, because I was really down on cobble. But yeah, I've been planning out exactly all the stuff we need. So right now, if we go Technium ingot, I've got all of the stuff set up for this. So if I do start, it won't let me start because all the way at the bottom here, we're missing this sulfur dioxide. And to make sulfur dioxide, why are you... Okay, maybe it needs... Yeah, this is the gas form, I believe. And if we go back one, it needs the liquid. So we're going to need to send it through one of these rotary condensators. Or condensator? Condense sent rater. I'm going to call it a condensator because why not? So yeah, we need this sulfur dust, and that turns into sulfur dioxide. To get this sulfur dust, we need to either crush some sulfur, which we can get from blaze rods. So that might be one of the ways we do it in the future. But for now, what we're going to do is, because like if we do this and go to pulverizer, you do get a byproduct, and you can increase the byproduct chance using some augments. So there's an augment for the pulverizer you could use, but we're not going to go into that. What we're going to do to get this is the chemical injector with some hydrogen chloride. So how do we get hydrogen chloride? Well, first off, we need hydrogen, which actually brings me on to something that I completely missed. Because we've got a flight ring, I was like, oh, we'll just get another flight ring, the one that doesn't need one of those, one of these things up here. These ascendant flight anchors. Because there is another flight. There's another one, right? There's this one here, which just allows you to fly anywhere, I think. I think that means that we can fly in the nether as well. So we'll definitely try and get that at some point. But what about jetpacks? There is jetpacks in this. There's the mechanism one. So we are going to try and get a mechanism jetpack at some point. Might do it this episode, who knows. But, oh, where were we? We were looking at sulfur, so yeah, that was it. So this hydrogen chloride is hydrogen and chlorine. So the hydrogen is easy enough. We just get an electrolytic separator, pump a bunch of water in there. We get some hydrogen and oxygen, H2 and then O, right? Because that's what water is. We are probably not going to do much with the O, thinking about it. What can we use this for? Sulfur trioxide, we might need that later. What? Why did I not see this one earlier? We can use the oxygen to make sulfur dust. That's exactly what we need, right? Okay, we're going to use the oxygen then in pressurized reaction chamber instead. That's actually kind of awesome. Yeah, we can definitely do this. Oh wow, you can turn oxygen. Yeah, wow. Okay, well, we're going to use this recipe to get the sulfur dust, which we can then use to make sulfur dioxide. Oh. In that case, I was going to use the thermal evaporator because if we go to... wow. I missed the thing again. So brine turns into sodium and chloride, and we need the chloride... Not chloride, it's chlorine. The stuff they put in swimming pools that makes your eyes all itchy. That's what this is. So we could have used... I mean, we could do both. We could do the chlorine, use the hydrogen that we're making to make hydrogen chloride. And then the hydrogen chloride we can use to make sulfur out of gunpowder. This really like screws my plans. I didn't realize there was like a bunch more like this one. Don't think I got to this point. I got to this point and I was like, oh, that's probably how we're going to make it. But this is way easier. What's a fractioning still? Light oil, 20% chance. Crude oil. Wow, right, okay, that's fine. I feel like I'm missing... I can't believe I missed this. Ag. That actually gets us the most amount of hydrogen. But it doesn't matter. We don't really need the hydrogen at this point. We just need oxygen. Brilliant. Okay. Right, let me note all of that down again. Oh, let's get rid of all of the bits that were up here. Oh, that's another point. Sorry, I'm just off tangent a little bit. This has now got ice because over here I've set down a blast chiller that's making us a butt ton of ice. In fact, I'm going to make a detector. Detector, one of these. Okay, you can go off and make that. We can make these ourselves. What does it need? It needs one at the top there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What are you making up here? Nothing. If you're not making anything, I did set a... Yes, I did set one of these up earlier. One of the crafts for this. I wondered if I could fit this over here somewhere. Awesome. Okay, in that case, we're going to have double power. We do need to set up... that's a point. We could have put the point on the top there. Yeah, flux point on the top. So I need an exporter to go into this. First things first, as we do this, grab our bucket. This is an infinite water supply, right? It is. Sweet. Stick that in there. Now you've got this. I need a new flux point. Flux. And one thing I'm going to do once this is finished is I'm going to yeet the 3 that we have, the 3 flux cores, because we don't need them. And it's annoying every time I look at them and it's like, you have 3, but you need 4 for literally everything. You have no idea how long it took me to get these chickens, by the way. Man, I must have sat on my flight anchor over there, because I think that's around about the distance you need to be away to make passive mobs spawn. I think it's the same as like hostile mobs, 28. So I was basically 28 away. Yay, we got another one. But yeah, it took me ages to get those chickens. My little chicken babies. I think once this is done, we'll be able to set up even more power, because this is only creating 400 FE per tick. I think. I never know the numbers. So it says that generation factor 400 FE. And this is 840, so that's a lot better than this. And eventually we'll remove this one in the middle. That's a point. We could have used the point in the middle here. Not the point. What's this? Plug. That's fine. I am actually going to put the plug on the bottom just to make it symmetrical. So we're going to stick it here. So now, yeet those like I said I would, because we don't want them. I'm going to do, is that a plug? Yeah, that's a plug. Do that. That's going to go off and make us all of that stuff. And yeah, I'll meet you back once I've put this in and we've set up this second reactor. And there we go, got our plug right there, so we can set that. Disable all limits. That's not actually producing any power yet. I did put the exporter on here and filled it with items, but I set it to redstone, only work with redstone signal, so we can turn that off now. And now that should be filling up. It's getting the ice that it needs, it's getting all of this sort of stuff. Oh, it's generating quite a bit of power right there, that's really nice for us. It just fits as well. I think we might actually remove this and put another reactor down once we've... Wow, I want to go see how many blaze rods we've got. Ooh, yes. Oh, no more worrying about blaze rods. That's so nice. Brilliant. I'm not going to do it now because this is... I quite like this little setup. I think it's quite nice. Right. Anyway. Why are you flickering? Oh, because you went down and then you went back up. Because you've got this thing turned on. Auto mode. I should probably rip this one out as well and put the upgraded version. But we're going to leave those for now. Also, I really like these. And they make like a really cool sound when you walk on them. Sometimes. Oh no, maybe it's this that makes the sound. It does. Right, so what are we going to do in this episode? I'm not even going to look at the quests right now. I think we need to get one of the ultimate ingots created. One of these, which means we need to set up all of the stuff that we need for Mekanism to make sulfur dust. Which is one of these things. This is way easier than I thought it was going to be. I even made one of these thermal evaporation units. Don't even need it now. Oh, that's actually really good for me, I think. So we need water, oxygen. We need one of these. Oh, I made an enrichment chamber earlier for the where is it? Chemical injection? Is that it? Purification, which requires an... Yeah. Okay. Enrichment chamber. So we are just going to bookmark that. I already have the thing that makes... Yeah, I made one of these electrolytic separators. So we've got one of those. You've got power in you now because you went in my bar. Brilliant. We never went into the dynamic tanks. Yeah, I don't know why we never did that. Because the dynamic tanks are like huge versions of the ultimate tanks. And we could have used that as like the base of this. Someone actually commented that on one of my first videos. It's like, why don't you just turn this bit into a dynamic tank and have all of these pumping into that. And then have your ender tank on top. Don't know why I didn't do that, but we just ignored the dynamic tank for some reason. Right, anyway, so that is done with its crafting, so we can hopefully do this. You require some more. Oh yeah, also, these, I never really put all of the upgrades back in this, but I did stick this flux point on there, on both of these, and these are like getting 100% power. I'm really hesitant to pull out these. Elite Technium ingots from here because I pulled them out of the miners and I wasn't allowed to put them back in. So I'm just going to leave them. Try not to touch them. I was planning on moving these if I'm honest, but I don't really want to if it means we lose the like boost in speed. So that's the electrolytic separator. We also wanted this thing. Is it literally these two things and that's it? That's all we need? Oh no, because we need to process this as well into this. So we also need one of these chemical oxidizers. Do you have to be a personal chest? We can easily make that. No. What was There you go. Oh, poo. Okay. Well, that's fine. We can make one of those. And then whilst that's making that, we can make some more basic control circuits. In fact, we'll wait for that to finish. Chuck that in there. You have to go off and make some Technium, if I remember correctly. And I think one of the bottlenecks we have is this creosote oil. Because, yeah, creosote, like, it takes its time. It's actually a lot quicker than it used to be, I think. I'm thinking about... Oh, okay. Maybe you've already processed a bunch of stuff. But I'm thinking about making, like, a bunch of these. Having the importers on there, but having, like, a big chest. And then the chest just goes to all of them. Could be one way you do it. Right, so what was it for this? We're waiting on the control circuits. I'll be back when this is done. And there we go. So we've got the electrolytic separator. Right, let's go just mark these out. So I could do a flux point, but I'm just going to use cables. Maybe the basic ones. And I'm just going to set it up over here because I know there's power here. Maybe we... Yeah, sod it. Let's just... I mean, we could have done it in front, if I'm honest, but... Anyway, so I'm going to do... Electrolytic separator. So that's now got power. So all we need to do is pump in some water, and it will make us hydrogen and oxygen. The oxygen is going to go into the pressurized reaction chamber. That also needs water, and the oxygen is going to come from the left, so that's pretty good. That is also going to need some coal or something. What's the stuff that you need for this? A block of coal. I mean, that just gets us the most hydrogen. And we're not really going for hydrogen, but that's fine. We can put in coal, just regular old, plain old coal. So I'll go there, there. Then what does that just creates us this sulfur dust, right? So we could set up a recipe on this to send one coal for one sulfur and have an importer on this. Then on the chemical oxidizer, you decided to, you really like that one there, don't you? So you're looking at it. The chemical oxidizer turns sulfur into sulfur dioxide, and then the last part of the puzzle is the rotary condensator, which I think, do you need to be set? I think the arrow needs to be going this way, so that's fine. So that will basically turn the gas which is produced from the sulfur dust into a liquid and give us liquid sulfur dioxide. There we go. So these four machines are all we really need. Amazing. Okay. I just need to wire this up now. So first things first, we need some exporters. Let's make 10 importer. Oh, we got some importers. So I'm going to stick an importer on the side here, and I'm going to stick another importer on the side here. So these are going to be two separate systems. This is going to be, well, that's going to be for hydrogen and oxygen. That's just going to be going all of the time. This one here is going to be for sulfur. That's going to pull sulfur into our system. But we're going to have a crafter on top. Crafter. So let's make 2 crafters. Yes. So that's going to make sulfur. This one here is going to take sulfur and produce sulfur dioxide gas. No, liquid. So this needs to be on liquid importing. I hope that makes sense. Yeah. I mean, we could put this all in one and then just say that coal turns into sulfur dioxide. That might actually be worth doing. And we could stick these on top. Oh, I like that idea. Right, we're going to do that. Gimme, gimme. Let's make this as compact as we can make it. This one needs to go here then, because that will send the sulfur down. This one needs to go here. This just needs water. It's still making its stuff. You need power. Okay, on top it is. Okay, not on the front. I mean, we could put it on the front. Yeah. You also need water. There you go, here comes our exporters. You also need a crafter. That's fine, because we are making a crafter. Ooh, not a cradder. These are all still chugging away quite nicely. Why is this one just... Fair enough. Yeah, all of these are chugging away except this one here. No idea why. Yeah, this one's just not going up as quick as the rest of them. Interesting. Anyway, we'll wait for this to make us a crafter. So I'll have a look, see how that one's doing. Oh, it's still making the exporters, that's fine. You're just waiting on some quartz enriched iron. Right, let's be back when that's done. And there we go, we've got our crafter. So I'm going to stick the crafter here. Yeah, there you go. There you go, that's powered now. So I need to set these exporters. I have wired this up now. All of these wires are going down here, connected to that. So I need to set this to water. I didn't power you, did I? I didn't grab as much as I wanted right there. I needed another one for this. And that is not the cable I wanted. Come here. So, hydrogen, we are actually going to make a tank. Gas tank, one of these. Chemical tank. And we are going to upgrade that as much as possible. Right, there we go. We've got our ultimate chemical tank right there. And I should be able to... I'm hoping that went out the right way. Blue and then turquoise. You went in here, didn't you? Oxygen. Brilliant. That's not at all what I wanted you to do. It's fine. We can set you to output out the back. And now you are empty. So we actually want that one to be blue, that one to be cyan. Is it cyan or is it light blue? It is cyan. Sweet. So now this is going this way. Blue should be going this way unless you filled up again. No, you didn't. Auto eject on. Should be pulling from that side. Why are you not pushing? Gases. That'll be why. So I want you to go that way, you to go that way. And that is filling up with hydrogen, that is filling up with oxygen. You don't have your config set yet, so that is just gases. This is items, energy, gases. Import. What is this then? Is this red? Import. No. Yeah, there we go. That one's going up now. Sweet. So these are now... And what I can also do is dumping excess. And when this fills up all the way, it will just start getting rid of the hydrogen. This one is filling up with oxygen. We can also set this to dump excess here. And that way the oxygen, when this is full up, and this is full up... I didn't set the water in here, did I? There you go, water's coming in the top. Beautiful. That should be fine. Items we need to be coming out of this way and going out the bottom. Yeah, that looks about right. So one of these... Oh, and... Do we need to tell this to... It doesn't have a dumping excess, so what we need is a tank. Another one of those gas tanks. Chemical tank. We're just going to stick one on the front here. We'll have this one. Gases. Yeah, I think that's how it works. And then when this produces gas in this bit here, it will output to this, and we can just set this to dumping excess, and that way we've got an excess of, well, we could put a gas pipe that goes from here and then pipes around to this. I don't know, maybe we, well, let's set the recipe up first. So now that that's got sulfur coming in, this is going to turn items from the top. You don't produce any other items, so you just do that. Gas goes out the side, goes into this. This inputs and outputs out this side. Perfect. And you are set to liquids, right? Yeah, fluids. Nice. So now we are going to go program. And we're going to have to do some maths, I think. So, one... Oh, no, back. One coal turns into one sulfur. And one sulfur in a chemical oxidizer turns into 100 millibuckets. And it's 1 for 1. Okay, sweet. So we can do 10 coal. So processing. 10 coal turns into sulfur Sulfur dioxide. Liquid sulfur dioxide, yes. And that is 1 bucket. And I think that is everything we need. Right here. You're just chugging away. You're coming in nicely. Yeah, that might be everything we need right there. Let's give it a bash. Give it a shot. Ah, one of the things that I do want to check. Oh, bloody hell. There's loads of loads of recipes in here. Where did I put my ultimate technium then? Stick it in here? I've been sticking stuff in this one over here. Definitely have one. This one back here, new. Am I missing it? Crafter manager. I'm going to tell it to go make one of these, and then we'll be back in a sec. There it is. So we've got our crafting monitor now. Why was this back here? Okay, there's no like light spots or anything. Oh, hello. That was weird. I did like an auto run. I don't know how I did that, but anyway, we stick this down. We can see all of our crafts right here, and I can see where the heck I put this. Custom block. Oh yeah, because it's in this one over here. There it is. So that is 0.1. I think that's fine. Although we could set it so. Ooh, I like this. I like this idea. It only takes 0.1, which is 100. Yes. So we can stick this back in here. And we could change this to 100. And that is the 0.1 that we're looking for. That's not exactly what I meant to do. Because we can also change this to 1. Oh, amazing. Oh, man. This morning, when I had a look at this, I was like, oh, this is going to take ages. Okay, let's do ultimate. That's going to take a while. The zinc plates itself is going to take ages. But there's the coal going in here, turning into sulfur. You're not accepting from the top. You're not eject. There you go. That's turning into that. That's turning into that. That is turning into liquid sulfur dioxide. That's perfect. Oh wow, yeah. This is creating all of the refined obsidian for us as well. So that's a horrible sound. So let's have a look up here. Oh, this is all the bits that it's doing. Yeah, because a bunch of these things need to be turned into plates. And I'm guessing the thing that's being turned into plates right now is the zinc. Because it needs to make a ton of zinc. Loads of zinc plates. Where is zinc? Must be up here somewhere. Ah, we got a bunch of ingots. That's all good right there. Oh, got loads of uranite as well. We'll do that after. But we are going to shut that one up because that is horrible sounding right there. This is still going because it's producing tons of hydrogen for us. I would, in this episode, make the jetpack, but I think that's one for next time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait around here. Wait for this to process, and then we will be right back. And there we go. Not too much time later, actually. We have ultimate Technium ingot. Is that a quest? Did I skip a bunch of stuff? Let's see. I did skip a bunch of stuff. Brilliant. Oh, man. I didn't grab a sulfur dust. Oh, I can do that now, though. See if I can grab this before my importer does. Nope. There it is. Ultimate Technium. Amaze. What do we need that for? So we can make the pickaxe. We can make the ascendant ring thing, but as I said, no idea how we're getting blackstone. That is like, I think the only thing from last episode that I didn't figure out is how we get polished blackstone in this pack. Probably need to go to the nether, which is fine. I just don't know why it's off of this one. It should be maybe off of this one. Anyway. Brilliant. Right. Well, thank you for watching. Thanks for joining. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.